Hello Gemini, this is your mid-May 2020 lunar messages, and this is I'm doing this reading during the full moon in Scorpio. If you are following Western astrology, it is in Scorpio. If you follow sidereal, then it's in Libra. Either way, most likely the house that your Gemini falls in sidereal maybe is in Taurus, and in that case we're still looking at your sixth house of work, health, service, your sense of usefulness, self-improvement. It also rules pets. So I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck, and we're looking at what you're being asked to release and what is shifting right now, or where you're shifting, and what you will be embracing coming up in your near future. You can kind of look at it as past, present, future, but I feel to really look at what we're looking at in the past and correlating it to the houses and all. Anyway, so it's for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and timing is fluid. Again, I'm conducting this reading during the full moon, but these can go, for the next month or beyond, just kind of depending on your situation. So keep an open mind, and let's get started. At the end, also, I'm going to pull a Wild Offering Oracle card for a message of meditation for you regarding the messages that come through. So what are you releasing? Golden Palace with the Six of Stones. And the Six of Stones in this Wildwood Tarot is exploitation. This focuses mainly on those that are asking for help. There being this evidence of a disparity, and I would even say this card speaks of kind of man's way of pillaging resources or hoarding resources. In some ways, I feel for some of you, this is a return of a sense of security where you are no longer in the place of being in the place of depending on others, or being in this mode of asking for help from others, feeling like you need to be in this position of having lack and needing to lower yourself to someone who may feel it's an energy. It's kind of, now Golden Palace definitely indicates some security, but not just physical. It's health is wealth with this card as well. It's wherever you feel like there is an abundance of resources. Okay, so now some of you can be falling on either side. There may be in this sense where you were dependent on a specific place, job, position. That could be in this space where you have released your dependence on a job. This could be as well a release of your needs coming and being met, and again being in this space where you're no longer feeling like you're being exploited, or that you lack resources, or something here with a disparity. I'm also getting for some of you releasing behind even going to a physical place. And this could be a number of things. And I don't know why, but I'm getting kind of like an era of religion where maybe there were some things being exploited. You may be coming to an understanding about the true nature of things. A lot of messages coming in here for me, but either way, this is your work and health and service, how your sense of usefulness, I feel, in one space has maybe shifted to wherever you were neglecting, whatever areas of your life you were neglecting. Like say if you were working more than taking care of your home or investing in yourself, or I feel like a need has been supplied here in a way that a shift has been helpful. So wherever you were investing your time and energy, and if maybe it was not as valuable or as necessary. I feel that there has been a shift of replenishment for what has been needing your time, attention, investment. And that could even be with your own sense of self. Some of you may have been overextending yourself in some way, but now there's been this change in where you're now feeling. In some ways, I feel getting into a place where you're not in this position, because again, this position of asking, needing, your view of what is security has changed. Even security in your work and your sense of usefulness. I feel like there's been a shift in that. And where that shift is, I feel, with this is the Bone Collector, which is a number 1. It's a very kind of singular, independent energy. And this is the Four of Bowls celebration. Home and family. I feel like for some of you, you know, if you've been slaving away at a job or investing most of your time for the security and resources that it provided, but were in some ways neglecting your own health, neglecting your own sense of security with your family or with others around you, there's kind of been this new beginning here in getting back to your roots, getting back to things that are important to you. And this is also, in the sense, this Bone Collector energy is getting back down to basics. What you value, I feel, has changed. What you see as success, health, and wealth is changing. Maybe some of you are changing that in the way of valuing the little things, or even being happy with what you have and not seeking that from a material or outer source. So I do feel for some of you there's as even to a restoration of health, overcoming some type of sickness. This could also be happening around you. Getting back to even something ancestral here. Wisdom. I feel that for some of you, you're getting into a happier place with even what you do for work. Your sense of usefulness, for some of you, is a return to something that made you happy at one point in time, where you left that path to seek after what was going to be more materially productive for you, bringing in more resources, money, or feeling of wealth. I feel like anything that you've done for money but not for your enjoyment or interest has changed. What's shifting here is like a new beginning and things that you can be happy with, people that you are, and for some of you this is a new way of gathering. So even if you have physically come out of a place where you were joining with people, or you were in this place where you felt like you were reliant on going to a certain place for your sense of work or service, you're now having a new way to do that, and you might be enjoying that new way. You might be finding the value now in, if you've had to switch to working online or Zoom meeting with people, but having this sense of being able to look around you and feel that you have everything that you need. And you maybe didn't need all that extravagance, maybe didn't need all of that, where something was, and in some ways there's, I feel, where something was, you or something was either being taken advantage of or for granted, or, again, this is exploitation word is coming out for me, but this is a good place to be, where you're shifting in what makes you happy and what brings passion and enjoyment and excitement. Whatever this new way is for you, as you're beginning something new, or even going back to the roots of how to maintain your own sense of happiness and feeling of health and renewal, self-improvement. I feel like for some of you it's like more time to do that, more space to enjoy life, rather than feel like you're giving so much of yourself and maybe in some ways not getting the value of what you were contributing to a situation in return. So what we have for what you're embracing, what's coming in. Coming to life, Three of Bowls, fulfillment. Again, this is your workspace. Now, I feel some of you, this is definitely some work from home energy. Some of you are maybe coming out of being dependent from working for someone else and being more of service to others in a way that you enjoy, but also brings you some fulfillment based on some natural gift, talent, or again, something where you are returning to, or even has been passed down to you from ancestors, lessons from those who had very little but made things out of nothing, or made ways out of no ways, and did so with a smile on their face and being grateful for what they do have and making use of that. So some of you, this could be the foundation of a new business or new way of doing work or being of service that is actually an improvement from whatever you've left. So what's coming in, coming to life, Three of Bowls, fulfillment. Now I love this card here, and then both of these cards have one hand up and one hand down, as above so below. But also this is the Archer in the Wildwood. This is a really good deck. I would encourage anyone who's interested. It does take some time to get comfortable with the different meanings, because some of them have different meanings than a traditional tarot, but I do feel like they're still powerful in the story that they tell. This is a rebirth. This is a mold that's been broken. This is a freedom where you felt restricted, where you felt maybe in some ways dependent on something or someone or a place for your own. I mean, and in simple ways, this could even feel like, you know what, you were so reliant on going to the gym. That was where you were going to get your physical strength, and you got kicked out, or, you know, the doors are closed, you can't go there anymore. And you know what, you said, you know what, I have to work out, I have to figure out some creative way to work with what I have. I don't have all that equipment or that motivation and all that stuff, but I can just still dance. I can still do some aerobics. I can still, you know, Zoom with my friends online and do workouts. And then, you know, this is like this new body you're going to be shifting. Some of you in this quarantine time are going to be meeting your goals and seeing results with your health improving based on removing like something again that you thought was like, this is helpful for me. Maybe you're what you have found as an alternative or shift is actually going to be better for you. Okay, because this is a mold being broken, and you what comes out of that. And this is also a freedom card, so coming out of a place where you feel like you've been restricted. So this would be definitely pointing to seeing a difference and others seeing a difference in you as well. Short trips is indicated here as well too. I do feel like some of you are going to spread your wings a bit as it comes to new experiences. What is fulfillment to you? This is fulfillment, and I also feel like it's from coming from a place more of where you're very in tune and in balance with how you're going to achieve your goals, whatever your goals are, whether they're goals in health, goals in work or service, or your sense of usefulness. I feel that there's like this this rebirth coming in where there's better fulfillment and an expectation that what you aim for, you're going to get, you're going to achieve it. Okay, so it's kind of a very in some ways couple energies I'm getting here. I definitely feel like I'm speaking to some of you who are finding alternative ways to work, not being so dependent on others, where things could change at a moment's notice, where it can be pulled from you or taken from you, or where you are getting in a place where you're a bit more self-reliant. Fulfillment coming to life here, a rebirth, a resurgence of you, where you're shedding the old ways of how you approach work, your daily life, your health. Okay, so good energy to embrace. I'm going to pull now what your Oracle Wild Offering Oracle card has. It's a message for meditation for Gemini. definitely a realization of some of your own, I feel, even healing power of how you can heal yourself. Healing yourself is coming in strong for me too. Work. Oh, I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. Isn't that amazing? I feel like that's really synchronistic in the fact that we're looking at your sixth house, Gemini. And you see, this is more of a place where, okay, it's not, you're not going and asking for it. Now this is a place where it comes to me. Work and service, you know, if you know, if it's meant to me, it's going to come to me. That's the work that I, you know, it's more so, I feel, in some ways you've already done, in some ways you've established something already. Now there's this uh, freeing of a limitation and moving to the next step, and having others who are seeing how you have some type of power or ability, and now seeking you out rather than you being the one seeking out. You know, some of you are going to be in this place where, you know, people are going to be coming to you and asking, you know, can you do this for me and I'll pay you this, and or, you know, in some ways, or, you know, name your price. I'm coming to you. You know, this is an energy where you are manifesting. You have the power. You hold it. You hold it within you. So there's no more need for you to seek it outside of you, or wherever was this place that you envisioned was prosperity or your source, because says again, the divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. So I feel like this is definitely a divine message for you guys. I hope it was helpful for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching. I do offer the phone readings, and that is a link, a scheduling site that you can, and as well as instructions on how you can get a phone reading from me. And I feel like that's the most affordable way, if you're comfortable with that. And if not, the email readings are, you can still find me at deuceofdiamondreader@gmail.com if you're interested in a video recorded card reading. So I thank you for those of you who have returned, subscribed, like if you like, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.